All right. Welcome to the sideboard. My name's Eric, and tonight we're going to be doing a Rivals of Ixalan draft. We're going to see if we can get a hold of some of those new cards. For a couple reasons. I definitely want to play a little bit more draft. I actually like draft more than modern, believe it or not. I've said that a bunch of times that modern is a big playground, if you will, but I actually, like draft, and we're gonna be playing some draft tonight. So, if you like tonight's stream, you can go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. You can wait till the end to do it, whatever you want to do. But one of the things we're going to be doing tonight, and it's probably going to get some thumbs down because I'm going to be giving my opinion on, of course, well, if I can get the thumbnail, there we go, the band announcements. We'll have a little in-depth discussion on it because I can see all sides of this one. Those that have been playing Teamer for ages have had cards just stripped away from them again and again and again. It's like, you poor people, and I can see it though. I mean, because if you're a spike in nature, you're going to be playing the top deck, and when it was the top deck multiple times, then you've been hit with this. And now I don't actually think deck builders are going to be as upset about this, and they're probably all screaming for joy. I know a lot of confusion's going on with the Rampaging Ferocidon and the Ramunap Ruins, but we're going to be talking about that tonight, and I'll be giving my opinion on some things, and I'll be trying to view chat a little bit more. So, draft is going to be going on in the background, but let's make a discussion out of this. Let's talk about where we think this goes, and we can bounce back and forth, do whatever chat feels like. So if someone joins in a little bit late, we might bounce back and talk about some other things again or something. But let's just see where it goes. But if you didn't know, I will just go ahead and say it. Ramunap Ruins, Rampaging Ferocidon, Attune with Aether, and Rogue Refiner are banned in Standard. Online, effective immediately. Effective January 15th, but immediately. And yeah, well, I agree with you, Sid. And in the paper world, these cards are not actually banned until January 19th, if that matters to any of you guys. Just saying. All right, so, oh yeah, the new cards are floating around. Some of us have, I have been playing around with those. You can see the main stock of a little Sultai Reanimator deck that I've got. You can't really see the higher end of it and what makes it tick yet. But if you're a Patreon, there are $5 or more Patreon, but if you're a Patreon, there is some gameplay of this deck, and I'm going to be putting up more and more gameplay along those lines for you guys, for you Patreon. So those that have the $5 or more, for the private videos, they are not always suitable for work. So warning there. But other than that, let's jump into what we're doing for tonight. I don't know why I'm going there. We're going to limited tournaments, leagues, and we want a Rivals of Ixalan. And it looks like there's 3,000 people. Wow. Are we wanting the intermediate draft or what? Like, what are our options here? So we've got competitive single elimination draft, and we've got the intermediate draft. What do we want? All right, let's just let's go to intermediate. Why not, right? Doesn't matter. Okay, so let me catch up on chat. All right, and I will be taking the chat down so you guys can see. Actually, I might be able to adjust it somehow so you guys can still see. How's that? That ain't right. We can't do it like that. Got to be much bigger than that. Let's try like that. What do you think? This way you guys can see. Ooh, can we play this? Spoiler, this is in the Sultai Reanimator deck. Wow, alright. We can't play that. I want that though. Like, What's my opinion on it, and why would you play that when there's just Blood Moon? Like, it's a cute, hey, it's not quite as powerful, but I mean, there's some other interactions that are really, really cool with it. So I would actually have to see if there's some ways to abuse it, because Blood Sun has some things on it that are a little bit different. Yeah, I'll pull this. Even if we just hate pull this, I get that there are some other cards that might have been really, really good there, but I'll pull that. Okay, so what do we have? Let's get a preview up. Preview panel up so you guys can see. There we go. Alright. Masterminds Inquisition. Alright, we are in blue, so let's look at those first. We're not necessarily in blue, but maybe I just hate pulled that. We get a Forerunner, we can go get any pirate. Like, should we try to draft pirates? I kind of like that idea. This Forerunner is really good. So we could go Dinosaurs. Deals 1 damage to target creature or player. I don't know if I really like that. I mean, it is a 4/4 for 4. Jade Artisan is good. Roscoe's Relic. Gain 3 life, draw a card. Seems fair. Equipped creature has +1/+1 and haste. Oh my god, I bet that would be great to draft. Wow, Strider Harness. Wow, okay. So we got the Forerunner there. Alright, here we have Aquatic Inquisition. So we're kind of in like a blue-black pirates. Not necessarily pirates. I'm not going to be real set on getting a tribe. But when this vampire enters the battlefield, target vampire you control gets +1/+1 and gains menace. Ooh, we'd need more vampires for that. This creates a bunch of merfolk. That's bodies. Can we make use out of it? Draw some cards. It's fair. What else do we have here? I think we're just going to take the pirate. I mean the vampire. I don't like that. I don't see us getting into anything else. So, yeah. Oh, I didn't select it. Wow. Alright. So, mistake made. Each opponent discards 2 cards, and you gain... If you control a vampire, you can... that's not what we're looking for. All creatures get -2, -2. Well, it depends on how bulky everyone is. Man, I can't believe I grabbed that. If there's a bunch of really small creatures, then you know that would be great. The Golden Demise would be really good. All complaining about the 2-card combo, but the thing is, energy was a thing that made it run. And if you dedicated to disrupt the combo, I'm not getting where you're going. Let's see. I need to read back more. Wow, you guys are getting way ahead of me, and I am trying to draft. We'll do discussion while we're in games. Wow. Okay, what do we get here? Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. At the beginning of your end step, if you didn't attack, sacrifice it. Right, okay. Sea Legs seems okay. Man, we may be more into vampires than we are anything else. Let's keep that going. I mean, a 2/2 with menace doesn't seem horrible. This can't be blocked by dinosaurs. Flying vampire. I think that's the route we're on. Don't let drafts be daft. Removal it. Let's see here. I don't think we want the lizard. What about Sailor of Means? When Sailor of Means enters the battlefield, okay, maybe. I'm not 100% set on being in blue either. Like maybe we want to go with pirates, or maybe we want to go white and have the have vampires there. So I don't really like anything else. So it looks like sailor is what we're taking. Now, here we get Release the Wind, exile target non-land permanent for as long as that card remains exiled. It's what? Yeah. Yeah, we'll take that. Wow. How is that still... How is that still... Alright. Pitiless Plunder, it's in color, and it's another, you know, body that can make a treasure, so yeah, I'm okay with that. Traveler's Amulet, not bad, but I'm going to go with the Plunder. Need to be able to see my clock here, so I'm going to move that. And I think we can put it up here. No. Why? Why, Magic? Whatever, it's staying here. Okay, so, hey, we get the Relic. I'll take the Relic. And, sure, we'll take some draw spells. I don't know if that's what we want to be doing, but it may be vampires and draw. Ramp vampires. Okay, so 4 toughness is important. Alright. Rivals. It's like the dinosaur that was on Jurassic Park that, you know, spit in Newman's face. Each opponent discards 2 cards, or we can get the creature. 1 mana. You know, 1 drop might not be bad, and it can't be blocked. Let's use it. Like, I definitely don't want to be caught without enough creatures. So, all right. So let me go back and see if I can. Sea legs. Yeah, we'll take sea legs. Take every removal card. So removal is extremely important, huh? And Jade Bearer. Wow, you guys have jumped into the argument there, haven't you? All right. Okay, we get our second pack here. Ooh, Journey. Wow. Wow. Could we go... And a Ravenous Chupacabra. We're already in black. We're taking the Ravenous Chupacabra. Journey ain't making it back around, but we're taking the Chupacabra. Wow. I can't believe that. Yes. There's removal. There's your removal. Holy... That was a God pack right there for Chupacabra. It's just like, bam. Here's a Chupacabra and a way to get it back. I doubt that that thing will cycle. But... if it somehow made it back, oh my goodness. Wow. Grab the recover. I wish I need to go back and rewind and see what was in that pack. Oh, yeah, I can do that. I went too fast. All right, so there was a Journey, there was Slippery Scoundrel, Kitesail Corsair, Sea Legs, Gruesome Fate. Man, that was a killer pack. All right, what do we got in this pack? Let's move this back over here. All right, so we've got Silvergill Adept. That's not really what we're looking for. Crashing Tide has flash as long as you control a merfolk. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Draw. Wow, okay. Sorceries with flash. Oh yeah. Dusk Legion Zealot, that's probably at the top of our grab list right there. I think we're going with that Dusk Legend. Dusk Legend. It will be a legend. With Rogue Refiner going, you know, didn't this just get banned? Wow. All right. Looks like we're 100% we're on black. So some little black aggro deck. Black vampires? Yeah, we're definitely a vampires deck. Ooh, Fathom Fleet Border. Enters the battlefield. You lose 2 life unless you control another. Hey, look what we got. You know what? I'll just take another. We really do need something to do with it, but yeah. Enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Man, that seems awful slow. We really need a bomb, guys. Like, we've got a bunch of early things, but we really need a bomb. This is better for value. What is this? Power and toughness are equal. Evolving Wilds, maybe? I kind of like Mr. Brainstorm here. Yeah, I think it's Brainstorm guy. What's up, Philip? Well, we are drafting. We're in the second pack, so welcome, welcome. I'm really liking the gate. Man, that barrier. Wow, I mean, this is just a green-filled pack, isn't it? Wow. Put that jade barrier over here. Jade bearer. Barrier. Bear. Alright. Well, I don't think Chandra, like, there are many lists that had Chandra, that didn't even have Chandra in it that won. So, like, if you guys are talking about the Rampaging Ferocidon, we'll go ahead and take the negate. If you're talking about the Rampaging Ferocidon ban, then, wow, just nothing else in our color, but we're getting all the Zealots. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card. We need a win con, guys. Like, so far, we don't have any way to win. Another negate, or... I mean, 3 mana for a Thoughtseize, I guess. Sailor Means. Man, we need some premium removal, guys. I think we're just going to take the Sailor. Come on, removal. As long as it has hexproof and can't be blocked. I mean, it's a fair value. Each opponent loses 1 life for each creature. Yeah, we'll take that. Gruesome Fate is definitely one we're going to take. So that was our pack right there. That was the Journey pack. Alright, so now what is left for us? This is kind of not what we're looking for. I will do a light splash for some kind of bomb if I can find something. I'll take the Crashing Tide. Well, I mean, we do have 1 bomb. I mean, like, I have been neglecting the 1 bomb we do have. So, we do have some answers here. Player exiles all cards from that many cards. I mean, wow, induce amnesia. I think that's what we take. Or do we just take the river? I mean, this is a lot of card draw. That's a lot of value. So, yeah, now we'll take the Darter. You think nothing should have been banned? Oh, okay, so we don't need to splash anything. The treasure, you think the treasures? Alright. Alright, well, we'll put this in the side. Along with our land. Okay, new pack. Now this is our Ixalan pack. Is there any... Well, that is horrible. Alright, so... If we attacked with a creature, draw a card. Man, we're all about that, right? Ooh, bouncing stuff. You know, we have a Chupacabra. Fleet Swallower. Maybe. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat. Enters the battlefield. Destroy target creature an opponent controls who has dealt damage this turn. That's removal. Fleet Swallower. Uh, this might be the better route. Yeah, I actually like that. I mean, it's 4 mana, but it can attack. Enters the battlefield, tap target creature and opponent controls. That's not exactly what we're looking for. Ruthless Knave, sacrifice creature, create 2 colorless artifacts. Tormentor enters the battlefield. If you attack with a creature, opponent discards. Okay, what else do we have? Triceratops, New Horizons, Otapec. Not really any splashables here. The Knave is kind of an interesting card. I kind of like the Knave. You like the Water Tap Weaver? Alright. I can go with that. It's a good value. I can see the Water Tap Weaver. Alright, so we get to opt. I think we're going to take the Vanquish the Weak here. I don't... well, we're not in white. Oh, man. Yeah, I think we just have to take the Vanquish the Weak. Yeah, I mean, we just destroy something. I mean, we're going to find some targets for this. Really, Water Tap Weaver is modern playable? Well, for that matter, Gurmag Angler is modern playable, but was not standard playable. You know, just saying. Like, doesn't mean it's draft playable. Of course, a lot of our cards haven't been draft playable. Kind of got onto this this little vampire deck, and we're definitely on it now. It's not 100% a vampire deck. I don't think this Sea Legs is what we're looking for, but alright, so there's another Water Tap Weaver. Since you guys think that is great, let's look at this again. Enters the battlefield, tap... it's not horrible. Schooner. Right, I would think there's much better Merfolk than Water Tap Weaver. Lifelink. Man, that seems like a good payout. And like, be a 4/4 with lifelink. I like the Queen's Agent. I think I'm going to take the Queen's Agent here. Like, we've got a ton of draw and things like that. We've got a bunch of bodies. The lifelink, I think, is going to be where we want to be. Alright, Pirate's Prize, run aground, put target artifact or creature on top of its owner's library. Prying Blade, that actually might be good, giving some of our little dudes a little extra body. 2 drops are nice. Man, I kind of like the Blade here. But, you know, 2 drops are really, really nice. So maybe this Queen's base soldier, but also we might want this Blade. You alright, right? Yeah, let's go with the Blade. I like giving the Blade to our little unblockable guys. I just really wish we would have found something with some flying. Alright, so we can draw a card, discard a card. We can draw a card. And we can make treasure. 2 treasures. Does this just end the game if we get it down? Maybe? I mean, we got a bunch of draw cards. I do like drawing cards. So, Shipwreck Looter is a little bit better, but it's not like we're going to be hitting a curve. So, I think I'm going to take the one that actually nets me a card. Alright, what do we have here? Destroy target land. Its controller loses 2 life. So maybe the Costly Plunder, drawing more cards. That's kind of what we want to do to be able to protect this. So if we can get our bomb down here, I don't think we're going to get another bomb unless something is just left. We only have 1 more card to see before we've seen the whole table, I think. I'm going to go with the Costly Plunder because I can always sack a treasure for it. Fathom Fleet Cutthroat. Kind of That's kind of what I'm looking for right now, especially being able to, you know, swing in with my Dusk Legion Zealots or whatever. They block them and then they die. So I kind of like the Cutthroat. I'm glad I like it because it looks like we're getting it. The Swallower is still there. I'm going to take it. Another bomb in the deck seems really good. I don't think we're at a point where we can actually pass it up. It is a 6/6, and we'll deal with a 7 mana. So we've got 2 huge bombs now. So, I think we're good. Alright, so everything else is pretty much going to be, we'll take what we can get. So we'll take the Arsonist. Ooh, Opt. What else do we get? Cool. Headwater Sentries, not exactly what I'm looking for. Wily Goblin, and a Forest. Okay, well, we got 34 cards that we're willing to play with. So that's more than enough that we can build a deck. So we got some good pulls. Now let's see if we can get some good decks, or we can get a good deck out of it. Alright, so let's get rid of some cards that may or may not be part of the actual plan here. So just dumping a few right off the top cards here. Alright, so that gets us down to 29. Let's say we don't want the Relic. Let's say Queen's Agent's not exactly what we're looking for, and maybe not the Fleet Swallower. What do we got with exile target non-land permanent for as long? Let's say that's not what we're looking for. And then that gives us room for 15 lands. Definitely want 16 to 17 lands, so need to get rid of a few other cards here. Do we have any? Could have sworn we got rid of another one of those. Is there a pirate we would go get? So that's a vampire. So I just really don't think that we've got a lot of pirates that we're going to want to go get. So I'm thinking the Forerunners, we're not going to get much off of that, even though you could probably build a little draft deck around the Forerunner itself. Okay, so that gives us 16 lands. Man, we turned into a lot more of a blue deck than I had originally thought. I'm going to take that out as well and go 17 lands from here. So they want to split it. I think we want blue slightly later. I don't think we need it really, really early, so I'm actually going to change that. And I'm going to go with a lot more black for early. Because there's no mana fixing, I want to just guarantee that I have a black mana source. Might even go... Nah, I think I would just go 9... 10-7 maybe? Just gotta guarantee that black. I mean, sometimes you'll only see 5 lands. So there's like 5 lands in the whole game. So if you only see 5 islands, you're not casting any black spells. So the deck is blue, but we have to have our black spells so that we can draw more cards. Alright, so let's throw the lands in. Now, let me look over at chat and see what you guys are raging about. Okay, so far, Rage is on Prying Blade? What? You guys want to keep Prying Blade? Okay. Alright, so you guys like Prying Blade. Seriously, remove the 1-drop. Just get rid of this little dude. Okay. Alright, so we've got Prying Blade. River Darter. You guys don't like River Darter? Can't be blocked by dinosaurs? Yeah, I passed him up a few times. Okay, so we don't like River Darter. $9-8 on the lands. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. There's too many people. See, that's the thing about draft, man. Like, a lot of people would want to keep a lot of things. So, actually, what I would like to do is I'm going to throw these river darters back in here. And now I want to kind of analyze what I've got built before I say that I've got it ready. So let's go ahead and let's group the creatures and stuff separately. And now we can take a look at our creatures. We've got 18 creatures here. So let's look at the idea of the deck. Release the Wind is exile target non-land permanent. For as long as that card remains exiled, its owner may cast it without paying its mana cost. So it's basically you can exile something, and then if they can't, like, if it doesn't have flash or instant speed, then they're not gonna be able to play it again until their turn. But they don't have to pay mana for it. So yeah, it works really good with the Chupacabra. So maybe we definitely want to keep that over a River Darter. I can see that. And then the Cutthroat, I like where the Cutthroat's at. I like this guy not being able to, not being blockable. Let's go down here and look at our non-creature spells. We don't have a lot of non-creature spells. We got the Siren's Ruse, which is just a blink. And then if we're blinking a pirate, we draw a card. But if we're not blinking a pirate, then we're not, not drawing. And then we've got target opponent reveals his hand, choose a non-land card from it. That it's Thoughtseize for 3 mana. So we got an interaction. I really like that. Just rip something out of their hand, but it's not necessarily what we need. But it's a good piece of removal. So I mean, if you're turn 3 ripping out the best card in their hand, heaven forbid you catch their bomb, you really got them there. I do kind of want to throw the Fleet Swallower and Feet Swallower and the Queen's Agent back in the deck, but I don't really know what to take out because I think we have to keep our bombs, and Mill might not be that horrible in some. Get Gruesome Fate out. That's for each creature we control, and I kind of like it. I mean, we got 19 creatures in the deck, so I don't think Gruesome Fate's bad. We might be able to hit someone for 5 or 6. Like, we don't have a lot of creatures that are bigger than like 2/2s and stuff, so we're not going to be doing some like major trades. Wow, you guys just hating on the Gruesome Fate. Wow, fine, alright. What else do we want to get rid of? Prying Blade? Or do we have any River Darters left? We can get rid of the last River Darter. I want to keep the Prying Blade, especially now that I brought in the other expensive creature, Fleet Swallower. I want to keep the Prying Blade. It may not always happen, but if we just kind of hit them for 3 or 4, that doesn't seem very bad. Oh well. You guys don't like my Gruesome Fate, that's fine. That is fine. We're just going to try to ramp into our, Nizahal, Primal Tide, or our Fleet Swallower, the big fish. Crashing Tide for tempo. I would 100% rather have the Gruesome Fate than the Crashing Tide, but maybe. We have it in the sideboard. We can bring it in. Okay, so now that we've got the deck built, we're going to say this is the deck. I kind of like where it's at. I'm going to leave in the Prying Blade. We don't have that many non-creature spells. We're at 18 creatures, 17 lands, and we've got actually pretty low curve here. Not as many 2-drops as I wanted to see, but our 2-drops are pretty good. Pretty good on the 3-drops and the 4-drops. So we've got a lot of creatures, and I kind of wish we had a few more, blink spells so that we could do something with the Ravenous Chupacabra, or maybe the where's the other, Direfleet Cutthroat or something like that. So Direfleet Cutthroat might actually be a reason for Forerunner of Slaughter. But we would have a couple more pirates to get a couple more damage out of it. Man, I kind of like Forerunner of Slaughter now. That allows us to go tutor up. Like, we can second main phase. Like, I mean, yeah, it's 7 mana, but wow, alright. I like that. So Forerunner would allow us to go tutor up a kill spell late game. So what do we kill? What do we get rid of? Did you guys finally get rid of the Prying Blade? I think you did. I think you finally got me. Yeah, we'll use the Forerunner. Because it has the other feature that, you know, if our Sailor of Means enter the battlefield, what else we got? Sailor of Means, or if we go get the pirate with it we're tutoring up. We also have Pitiless Plunderer. So, yeah, we've got a couple. And we've got some vampires, so it's vampires and pirates and fish, oh my. Yeah, we've got pirates. This will be good. Alright, so let me go back and check the chat. You guys have, wow, there's no way you can keep up with that. At some point I'm going to have to just concede that chat is bigger than I am. Negate's never main board. Alright, you have to reveal it, tune with nothing. Yeah, you gotta reveal it, but at 7 mana, I can still play it all. Like, late game, I can do it all, you know, second main phase. So, oh, you gotta put it on top. Oh, wow. Alright. Either way, I kind of like it. I think we gotta... You guys got rid of my Gruesome Fate, alright? I'm taking some drain with me. Vampirates! Well, isn't that kind of what the Conquistadors are, right? Alright, guys, let's jump into our first game here. And while we're in a game, now, if you guys want to just unload with the questions and, you know, and comments and stuff on the ban announcement stuff, I'll do everything in my power to keep up with chat. But again, you guys are, you've outgrown me. Oh, I guess it's a good time to mention it since I'm talking about chat. Yeah, there's that YouTube sponsor button there now. So I know some of you like are not really big into Patreon or anything like that. So this gives you another opportunity or another way to support the stream, but you don't have to do the Patreon thing. If we get 2 people to sponsor, that will open up the ability for me to create a custom emoji. And I was thinking about we'd like get a nut or something like that for a custom emoji. So if you guys do sponsor, then we'll start doing that, I guess, you know, which is one of those 1,000 subscriber things that YouTube unlocks. Alright, so Attune with Aether. Does Attune with Aether, like, where's our game? Like, we clicked play. Yeah, I think the bannings were good. I actually do. I think the bannings were good. I kind of like all of them, and after seeing Path to Metal, you got to think about, there's some things that we haven't seen. If we're just looking at, you know, the past months of gameplay, there's some things that Wizards of the Coast has seen that we haven't seen. And Path to Metal may be one of those. Like, I don't think that a red deck splashed white with Ramunap Ruins and Path to Metal in it would be... yeah, that's the dollar... Yeah, there should be like a green button down there somewhere on the thing, but that'll give you guys a chance. Like, I know some of y'all are like more into the things that happen live and in chat than you are, you know, whatever else is going on. Like, you like to be able to interact with chat, so you guys might want to be able to get the custom emojis and stuff. So that's an option that we got for you guys now. So and that's because the community grew. so the community gets like cool little things. But enough about giving me money. Even though, you know, hey, I take your money, and I've created many ways to please you as you give it to me. So, wow, what is up? Why can't we get a game? I'm gonna close this. I would like to. I want to save and continue. Does that work? Can we save and continue? Alright, so as far as Rampaging Ferocidon goes, I think that Rampaging Ferocidon was really holding down a lot of cards, or a lot of decks. Like, you just didn't see life gain because there was just no way to do it. If you've seen the little, hey, Jansen's here. Jansen's deck, it was completely hated out by Rampaging Ferocidon. If they just played Rampaging Ferocidon and you didn't have a way to kill it, then you couldn't go off. Like, just bam. There will be no blinking of this thing. For infinite combo dinos and standard, actually, I think Jansen's deck's more powerful than the infinite combo dinos. The Abzan dinos, you can create so much energy and you don't need Attune to do it. So, like, that deck, yeah. Build a pet deck. Alright, you have a Gruesome Fate pet deck? Okay. I was looking at Gruesome Fate and a couple of vehicles, and then Throne of the God Pharaoh. And it had a lot of the servos and creation cards and things like that. So, but yeah, I had a Throne of the God Pharaoh deck that had Gruesome Fate in it. What is going on? Magic. Magic. I would love to save my unopened deck. We have a... Okay, so... I'm gonna not save it. We'll just have to go back and rebuild it, I guess. Alright, so... Come on, load. What is going on, Magic? Gruesome Fate in the sideboard of Black-White Vampires. Okay, so you guys are just hating on me with the Gruesome Fate. Okay, I got it, I got it. What is going on, Magic? Alright, guys. I don't know if we need to restart or what. Like, because Magic's working. Like, is it loading? Yeah, it's loading. Here you go. Sneak peek. Sneak peek. There's what's on the other side. Yeah? Tezmok. I love this card. Alright. What is going on, Magic? Guys, gee. Might be having some technical difficulties here. Everyone is just storming the servers of MTGO right now. Well, I mean, like, well, while we're waiting on this to load, we've got our open discussion. So, hey guys, is MTGO acting funny tonight for anyone else? Yes, William. Yes, it is acting quite a bit funny for me right now. Wow, what is going on? Demon of Dank Memes is in my Reanimator. Hey, I love that card, How Internet. I really do think Demon of Dank Memes is great. Alright, so insert swear word if I can't hear. Crewfix is just upset about the band announcements. Well, alright, so I've talked about Rampaging Ferocidon. Rampaging Ferocidon is definitely one of the cards that hates out the other cards and stuff, but as far as Attune goes, like, Attune was the one that I hated to see go the most because of what it enabled. For us deck builders and things, there was a lot of times where you could just really splash Attune and the Aether hubs, and that would be enough to go into 4 and 5 colors. And it was a lot of fun to build those 4 and 5 color decks, but was really necessary, and you needed to have Attune to be able to do that. Oh my! Oh wow! Infinite Polydino. That seems real good. I'll definitely have to play that. Mr. J, I did not think about that Infinite Dino combo. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to play that. I'm also going to play the Infinite Vampire combo. I actually think it's great that we got some Infinite combos in the format, because that's kind of one of the things. You can just be, I'm doing good, and combo. So, it's healthy when there's a combo in Standard. Wow, I'm starting to lose faith on leagues. I'll tell you what, guys. Let's see if we can just play a game. What do you say? I've got the cards pulled up. I own the cards for Sultai Reanimator. Let's see if we can just get in a game. And we'll just play a game here. We may not be able to draft, but there we go. I can at least get a game going on in the background for you guys. Yes, we won the die roll. This deck is still in testing, so don't kill me on the deck of choice here. But we can at least get a game up. Doesn't look like I'll be able to draft right now, so I will. I'll get those draft games out for you guys as soon as I possibly can. Okay, so we've got a turn 2 strategic planning. And then we've got Champion of Wits, Siren Storm Tamer, Hostage Taker. We've got our green mana source for Journey to Eternity. I really like the hand. I know a lot of you tuned in for draft, but doesn't look like MTGO is going to let us play draft right now. So we're going to play some Reanimator. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm not going to fix the thumbnail either. This is just going to stay draft. We drafted. We got our cards. Let's go home. We got our 50-cent card. We're going to go home. Okay, so he's just going to Vicious Conquistador us. Well, that's not good. Vicious Conquistador is not good for us. We have to get an island here. Unless we top deck an island. Hey, look! It's a Ravenous Chupacabra. Okay, so we have got to look for some more land. Have got to hit some more land here. Well, what do we want? I like the Drowned Catacombs. Forerunner Dino Guy Regisaur Alpha Polyraptor. Heroic Intervention looks ridiculous and expensive, but Dino has ramp and can crazy work. Hey, it sounds good. I kind of like it. Remember, this is version 1. I am a little bit pirate heavy in this version, and I haven't really worked out the non-creature spells. I just want a Champion of Wits here. Yep. I know we have the Fetid Pools, but I still just want a Champion of Wits. What do we get? Okay, so we get a Liliana and a Strategic Planning. Well, it's a little bit late for Strategic Planning. And Hostage Taker, I think we're going to be doing a Chupacabra on 4 and not Hostage Taker. So I can put that in the graveyard for now. And next turn, unless we top, we got to keep the land. Is it Siren Storm Tamer? I think it is. I think it's going to be the Tamer. Now, if he doesn't kill the Champion of Wits, we will go ahead and take out the, I guess, Scrap Heap Scrounger. Okay, so Mono Black is really gonna star in the first couple weeks. Well, that's probably what this guy's got in mind. I think he's on the fact that Mono Black is going to be very good. So we're gonna take a bunch of damage anyway. So I'm gonna stop as much damage as possible. This stops at least 3 damage. And now we can Champion of Wits because we cannot Chupacabra this turn. I guess so. So let's play the Champion of Wits. And we really need to get him down to having few creatures on the battlefield. Martyr of Dusk or Adanto Vanguard. I think Adanto Vanguard is amazing. I really do. I think it's one of the more powerful white vampires that was printed. Hostage Taker is not what I'm looking for. Strategic Planning is not what I'm looking for, but that land is. Man, it's the wrong land though. All right, we're gonna do it this way. So next turn we'll play tap land, Ravenous Chupacabra, and we'll kill the Yahini. So this turn we block the Scrap Heap Scrounger. Do I have a deck list for this? No, Theo, I'm sorry. The best you're going to be able to get for a deck list for this is remember what time we are in the video and go back, and there'll be a scan. You can just pause. This deck is going to change a lot over the next week or two, as I think that Sultai is going to be a pet deck of mine. Sultai Reanimator. I love the Reanimator archetype and things like that, so definitely going to be seeing that. Okay, well, I'm going to take 3 here, and we'll block the Scrap Heap Scrounger. He's got the mana to bring it back. And I mean, we still take the 3. He gets 4 power. So we get our untapped land. That's exactly what we were hoping to do. So we sacrifice Liliana here to deal with his Yahini. So I'll be removing Yahini with Hostage Taker and praying that we don't have a what's it called? Fatal Push or Walk the Plank, which he probably got it, but we'll see. You pulled red Elder and red, or black. Oh, you pulled the red, black, and the Elder. Ugh, the red and the black Elder dinosaurs. Those are cool. We just pulled the blue in our draft right then. If you weren't here for it, we pulled the blue one. Can't believe we've got this draft that won't open. It's still doing it. Like, draft is just broken. Well, we'll play this for now. Alright, so he doesn't have the instant speed kill spell for that? That's okay. Fatal Push, there it is. That keeps him from bringing back. I mean, we know that Liliana is gone, but we've definitely weakened him a little bit here. It's not what we wanted to do, and it's not where we want to be, but that's where we're at. We do have some Yahini's expertise in the sideboard, which is really, really good for this deck. I wasn't really worried about a ban or not, but I do think that my wow, this comes in untapped, so that'll be our 7th mana. Yeah, so we'll play this, and then we will play Ravenous Chupacabra. And I think we get rid of... Let's say we get rid of Glint Sleeve Siphoner, because that's going to give them more chances to deal with this before combat. Next turn, we can Champion of Wits, if we live that long. I mean, it's possible we're just dead. I mean, he's got lethal on the battlefield. If he can remove the Chupacabra, we're just dead. The Red Sphinx in your sealed league and can't build it. Okay, so you've got a sealed league going on too? Alright, well, I mean, I'm not mad for you, but I'm happy that I'm not the only one. Yeah, the Phoenix is... I kind of like that card. No, I didn't even... Yeah, we're dead. Okay, sideboard. How do we beat Mono Black? Well, I like these cards. I like Essence Extraction. And let's say we're not worried about Kite Sail Freebooter and Siren Storm Tamer. So that opens up a few other cards for us. I think we beat Mono Black by wiping the board and doing it repeatedly. I think a Naturalize might be decent. Let's go with Torrential Gearhulk. And I'm going to run it back like that. So the plan for beating Mono Black is to wipe the board. Just kill it. Kill it dead. Mono Red 4-drops. Yeah. Well, I mean, Mono Red's got an open spot right now in their deck. I expect that Mono Red deck to splash white and to put up, like, be Boros keywords. Like, I expect Boros keywords to be a deck. Teamer had a flex point that made it difficult for your deck to play against. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Hydra. Now, I've said some of this before, and I'll say it again. Like, when you remove Rogue Refiner and Aether, or Attune with Aether from the meta, now Hydra is a card that you can actually interact with. Like, one of the reasons most of us hate Bristling Hydra is because they always have 3 mana before they play it. It is very easy to just play it on curve and still have the 3 energy to protect it before you ever play it. Even though we're holding a Braid or some other really good answer for it, but we're never going to be able to slip that in. So this is going to allow for, you know, smart players and people like that have built their decks and they have built around being able to how do you say it, like, put the proper kill spells for the proper thing in their deck. It's going to allow for some interactive play. It's going to make, you know, interactive decisions. You're going to have to be really, really, you know, decisive on whether or not you want to tap out, or are you going to leave that kill spell up, because if the Hydra hits and you miss that window, then, you know, now that's the type of interaction that causes healthy gameplay. And I think that removing Attune and removing Rogue Refiner has brought the interaction back to us. So, I mean, that's definitely something I wanted to note. And this is going to be a little bit bad, but I kind of want to go get our green source, like, right now. I'm going to play this and debate on whether or not I crack it for an island or a swamp or a forest, because these are going to come in tapped. I'm going to regret not getting a forest. but I think we can't have our turn 3 mana come in tapped, and right now we're looking at that. So I'm just gonna go get. I guess it doesn't matter. If it's not forest, it doesn't matter, right? There's another Evolving Wilds. Okay, so we can get our forest later. Alright, so that doesn't feel as bad. A braid in response, strike in response, right? Now you have a lot of interactions to deal with the Hydra. However, you know, and the same thing for Whirler Virtuoso. You know, being able to answer the Whirler Virtuoso and the Hydras, being able to answer Lone Tusk Cub before it can outgrow things, Magma Spray will be playable again, guys. So Attune gets changed out with Renegade Map and Hour of Promise. You think so? I don't know about Attune being changed out. No deserts played and still won't. What? Yes, Journey. I'm large. Journey would work in Black Green Explorer. Yes, it's a all in. It doesn't need to like combo with other decks or other cards. It is just you just need to be able to get it on a creature safely, and I do believe that you run. I do believe that you run some Blossoming Defense in that black-green deck. So if there's Blossoming Defense in there, then you can really easily slip in those journeys because you're going to be able to protect it as it lands. Okay, so I want to kill that. I kind of want to do it while he's tapped out so he can't like Supernatural Stamina it. We've got plenty of land. I'll wait. If he has the Supernatural Stamina, I'm going to feel so bad. Well, okay, so the Attune slot in Teamer is got to be filled with lands, guys. Like you didn't just open up 4 slots there in Teamer. Like you might be able to get away with only filling 3 of them, but honestly, take Attune out, put Earthshaker Kenra in the deck. I'm not lying. Put Earthshaker Kenra in the deck, and then find whatever you want for your 3-drop. There's some killer 3-drops. I don't know why I really gave him that energy. I didn't have to give him the energy. I mean, I did, but I didn't have to. Okay, so now you're stretching 4 cards into 5 cards, so 3 lands and 1 to 2 ops. So that replaces the loss of Attune, and then you got 3 spots open to stick another card in. Would it be removal or would it be a creature? Because one of the things Rogue Refiner did would help you dig for removal. He did have the Supernatural Stamina. Damn it! I'm sorry. My bad, guys. Alright. Well, we'll Hostage Taker a Glint Sleeve. -4 Attune, -4 Rogue Refiner, +3 lands, +1 op, +3 Jade Lights, and Nissa? No. Well, okay, so I kind of like the Nissa, but I actually think you're gonna. I think you're gonna want to replace it with an earlier, faster creature, because you're not gonna want to go as far into the late game. And it was just a few months ago the Japanese were preparing for Pro Tour Ixalan when the green-white deck was floating around. They showed us a Teamer deck that dropped the Rogue Refiners and had Earthshaker Kenra in the deck. So I think you might want to be able to go somewhere in that route. I don't know. Are you guys laughing at me, cursing about? Yeah, my bad. I'm serious. Earthshaker Kenra might work. Yeah, like my Grixis energy deck, it seems real good. Well, he's all right. We can't block it. So what's that enchantment that at the beginning of your upkeep you put or beginning of combat you put a +1/+1 counter on something? All right. So play a land. Let's play. Let's play the Scarab God. All right. Now we might be able to try to stabilize and kind of go from here. Hedana's Climb. Is that the blue-green card that I was talking about? Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that card in like a Sultai counters deck. Like, since that deck is going to have a few open slots now, I really think that card might fit in. And if any deck could flip that, then it would be that deck. So, also, you know, in that particular deck, I think it's just going to throw some more lands in and go about its business. Well, what did he do? Vraska's contempted the Scarab God. And we get a Vraska's Contempt, which is cool. I like Vraska's Contempt. I'm just gonna go get my green source here. And I think I just want to... I think I want to play Glint Sleeve Siphoner and then just play Champion of Wits. Just putting me some more bodies on the battlefield seems really nice right now. And the longer we're waiting on... Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 6 mana. Let's get rid of the Hostage Taker, because now we can bring that back. And we'll get rid of the Blooming Marsh. So now next turn we can, like, Liliana. We can also do a bunch of blocking and stuff. If we draw an untapped land, like, we'll probably be able to play the champion that... Ronus is bad as long as people are playing this, and right now everyone in the world is trying to do all of the tribes. So right now, careful with Ronus. Ronus is bad against Hostage Taker because he's so powerful for such a cheap price. It's really easy to just play Hostage Taker and then take it. So just warning on that. That's how I feel about Ronus. If Hostage Taker is good, then Ronus is bad. When Hostage Taker is not getting played, then, you know, Ronus is, you know, really good. So Silvergill, I kind of like Silvergill. I think in this particular deck, the Vampire might be able to fit. I don't know. Like the draw a card Vampire, I want to know where that little 1/1's going to fit, because that card seems good. Okay, so we'll definitely have to be doing some... Wow. All right. Well, we hit a land, so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Vraska's Contempt. Or, sorry, not Vraska's Contempt, but Liliana. Bring back Hostage Taker? Hostage Take Aether Sphere Harvester? Alright, so the reason I took Aether Sphere Harvester is because he has 3 Night Market Lookouts, so that he could just start pinging me like that. Yeah, I think the little vampire would be really cool in mono black. Yeah, so that little interaction is the whole reason that I had to prioritize the Aether Sphere Harvester. That, or we just had to burn it next turn because we're going to be taking some damage. And he's got 4 cards in hand. Like, this ain't over. And I can't attack in yet. He's drawing yet another card. Valentine, thank you for subscribing. I guess I kind of skipped over that at the beginning. Like and subscribe, guys. I know this is supposed to be a draft, but you know, if you like the decks and you like the gameplay, then you like the decks and the gameplay. It doesn't matter what it is. Oh no, not another. All right, so we do have a Vraska's Contempt for this. And a Vicious Conquistador. Wow. Yahini's expertise off the top, please. Just a one time. We don't have the energy. Hey, cool. Well, that's a thing. Mike Sanchez, thank you for subscribing. Alright, so let's Vraska's Contempt some stuff. Or let's reveal this. And we want to kill that. And let's reveal this. And we want to kill that. And we're going to make a zombie. And we've got Vraska's Contempt held open. But I think we're just going to play our Aether Sphere Harvester. And we'll get a couple energy here for it. That's nice. And now we will, since we're doing that, we're just going to go ahead and mark up a couple more of these. Marking them for prey. Oh, he's going to be eating good tonight, fellas. Now, because it's done at sorcery speed, oh, activate this ability only during your turn. So, technically, I could have, like, did it after he burns us right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can mark one more before casting next turn. I like it. Yeah, definitely going to be some nom-noms. Zombie can crew, that is correct. I'm more worried about blocking right now than I am anything else. Once we gain control, gain board state here, we'll be all right. So you see why I have a one of Tetsamok in the deck? Now, even if he somehow gets rid of it, I can bring it back with a Liliana or something of that nature. So, you know, that's a thing. All right, well, he's got the ability to put some damage on us here. We do get to showed up super late. Well, our draft is not firing, so I have one deck that I just happen to have together, and it is a Sultai Reanimator deck, and we got to come up against what might be one of the more powerful decks left in the format after today's bannings. We already knew Mono Black was super, super powerful. The Rakdos Black, Red-Black deck is super powerful. Oh, absolutely. We definitely have the Aether Sphere Harvester for blocks. I think next turn we'll be swinging with the Aether Sphere Harvester, whether whether he attacks or not. So, okay, so he just told us we lost the game. He didn't tell us, but when he crewed there, it means he's holding Vraska's Contempt. So as soon as we crew here and try to lifelink, then he will Vraska's Contempt, and that will be game. Yep. Ah, man. That was brutal. If he doesn't have it, I expect him to kind of just pass turn here. Is he getting... Oh, it looks like he's actually getting rid of... Alright, so he doesn't have it. I will crew. Tribal Sunday, that's right. This weekend, you know, I will be picking tribal decks. There it is. Good game. Good game. Well, mono black's still a thing. Depending on how the meta goes, we might have to go back to the way that these decks used to be with Yahini's Expertise main board, just because you can't risk losing to them. But this deck, I'm going to be working on it quite a bit here in the near future. So I'll have you guys a finished work of art as soon as I possibly can. To kind of let you guys play around with this and look at it. But for now, I've got a little bit of control, and man, I really, when you're drawing these big bombs in your opening hand, that's not bad. That's not that effect is not bad to have this bomb sitting in your opening hand. That ain't bad. Wow, you got 3 Angraphs? What should you build? Red, black, or Rakdos? Yeah, you should be building Rakdos, and build the version that is almost mono black. The version that's splashing for Hazret and Angrath, and it used to splash for Rampaging Ferocidon, but and then you get Chandra's Defeat in the sideboard, which may not be a problem anymore. I don't know. All right, so let's give our league one more try here. See if it'll load. Still nothing on the league. Yeah, Jund midrange looks good. Like, okay, so I built a Jund midrange deck a while back, and the one thing that everyone said, why would you play this? It doesn't have Rogue Refiner. So, okay, Rogue Refiner's gone now, so is Jund good all of a sudden? Now, granted, that version had 4 Attune with Aether in it, but you know, it's Jund. We got some lands we can throw in there. We can throw the Sheltered Thickets or something like that in its place. Wow. All right. So Magic Online still doing it. I think the league is live. The league closes April 23rd. So if we can't finish this tonight, I'll do it another night. Let's get a couple more games in with this deck that I'm testing here. Jund Monsters. I like Jund Monsters. Jund Monsters sounds good. Jund Gods is also a decent deck. I've got a couple friends that have made some build-arounds on Jund Gods. Alright, so we won the dice roll. We'll be on the play. Ooh, we get a Tetsamok, and we don't have any blue cards other than Hostage Taker. It's not a bad hand. I don't really like having... Actually, I don't mind this. I'm going to keep. Kind of want to go get the blue source. Yeah, I'm going to go get the blue source here. Blue's more prevalent in the deck than green. So... And only because I just want to press F6. Alright. You tested Jund Gods back, Nom and Cat? Tech text for life. Alright, so we're against possibly some sort of... yeah. Oh, wow. Is this, Is this the U.S. Nationals list or a list close to it? Alright, so what are we worried about here? He's got no land. He's got no land. So we take sensor away, he can't cycle. Can't cycle as many times. Take search for Escanto away, he doesn't have ways to look for it. We can trap him for longer. I'm going to take the search. Alright, so he just played a land and passed back. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into combat. And we'll pass the turn here. Oh, I took the search for Escanta. His card. And that leaves him forced to cycle his sensors away to dig for land. And since he did top deck the land, I'm kind of happy that I took the search for Escanta away from him for a few turns, even though now he's actually going to have a target. So, you know, that's not terrific, but it happens. It was a hard choice to, like, take sensors or not, but wow, alright. Unfortunately, we're just not getting a lot of interaction here. He's top deck land, back-to-back land. We definitely want him to cycle that next sensor. So, I mean, if he sequences right, we'll see it after. Like, now we'll see it. So, nope. He is not interested in cycling that last sensor. He knows he's... Oh, wow. Okay. This is nice for us. So, we'll strategic planning. Ooh. I think we just take the Drowned Catacombs. Or we just take another strategic plan. No, we can't play that. Let's get the double blue. And we can play that for the turn. At least now we have the mana to play our Liliana. Alright, so he's going to go ahead and cast the Essex Extraction, gain his life back. Probably cycling the sensor. Yep, cycling the sensor. And now, so if we know his cards in hand, we know that the sensors are gone. And he's going to leave up a bunch of mana to counter a creature. Like, so I'm putting him on having creature counter, but I don't know if he's going to be able to stop this Liliana now that the sensors are gone. We'll see. Looks like he's got the disallow. Yep, definitely had a disallow there. I was hoping that he wouldn't have the disallow, especially knowing that he's got that Torrential Gearhulk in hand. So that's kind of bad for us, but we'll take it in stride, I guess. Let's get this essence scattered. Now, honestly, I think if our opponent was smart, he would actually just Torrential Gearhulk this back so that he could get a Torrential on the battlefield and start closing this game out. But it looks like he's just going to play it out there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, we just want to hit runner lands now. So Well, there's one of those. Let's pull up our graveyard because it's important to us. We need one more to bring back a Champion of Wits. And I know the opponent has to be worried about that. I am going to try to use this Tetsamok Primal Death in our end step to see if that works. I mean, he doesn't really have good cards to try to throw back into it. So if we're not really giving him a good answer, he may not even cast it and just wait and cast his Search for Escanta. Okay, so yeah, he's just gonna search. Kind of think we just play this next turn, right? Like, if we draw an untapped source, do we just throw this down? It seems like it might be the thing to do. So the opponent got a Essence Scatter? Come on, untap land source, or untap mana. Come on. There it is. Well, let's try it. Let's see what happens. Like, we play it to have an answer for control, right? Let's see if it works. I think it just gets like Vraska's Contempt and we draw a card, but whatever. I think that I would discard Hostage Taker, Tetsamok, and Fatal Push to protect it if he tries to Vraska's Contempt it. And that is an option. So, yeah. We'll see. Does the Blue Elder Dinosaur have what it takes to hold back the Blue-Black Menace? What? Torrential Gearhulk? Okay. That is a Torrential Gearhulk. He does know that our dude is bigger, right? So he's given Essence Extraction. Flashback until end of turn. Okay. So activate this ability only during your turn. Yeah, that means you could do it in your end step. Otherwise, it would have said as a sorcery. Now, if he swings here, I'm going to say that that just means that he has another Essence Extraction. But I'm actually just going to take it and swing 7. Yeah, I like that. Just take it and swing 7. Fatal Push, that's another card we can discard. What if we just, like, Hostage Taker the thing? Yes, good. Drain your life source. What are you guys talking about? Vowed to take a break off from control after the first time I played in Aether Revolt. Esper. Swinging 7 here feels real good. So, was it Nezahal? Primal Tide? Yeah. That feels good. I think we're also going to mark that. And we can pass the turn here. Now, if he taps out to draw some stuff, I'm probably just going to Vraska's Contempt this Gearhulk. Like, so I expect him to, like, tap this out. If he does, then I'm just gonna Vraska's Contempt the Geralt. Nezuhal. Nezuhal. Oh wow. He did that. So what does he got? What is he targeting? Okay. Then I'm gonna target the new one. And gain 2 life. Okay. And we know he's still got Essence Extraction. He's played both of the Gear Hulks, and he's got 2 other cards that we don't know about. So he's got Essence Scatter and 2 other cards we don't know about. But hey, we're looking good here, looking good. So you could swing with this, throw 3 cards away, and have it for a blocker. Same turn. That's pretty good. Like, well, I guess he's targeting that. I'm going to go ahead and draw a card because there might be something I'm more interested in throwing away, like this island. So now I'm going to 1, 2, 3. Discard 3 cards, and those are going to be it. Fatal Push Island. So now we'll exile this, and it'll come back at the beginning of the next end step. And then we'll just keep pushing damage. We'll find out. Man, my son, he's cutting a new set of teeth. So, oh wow. Ah, ain't that a thing? All right, well. Okay, so this turn we're going to hostage. Oh wow, he is tapped out. He is tapped out. So if we go 1, 2, 3 for hostage taker, like would it be too risky to Kitesail Freebooter and hostage taker this turn and attempt to bring it back, or do we just Tetsumak Primal Death and go from there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. We could also bring back a Champion of Wits. Alright, so I'm going to hold off on Tetsumak because either way I should be able to have a couple blockers this turn. So I'm going to go Kitesail Freebooter, and we're going to see if he has an answer to remove the hostage taker, and if he doesn't, then I'm going to hostage taker that Torrential Gearhulk. He's got the Fatal Push. I think we still get to look at the hand, though. The Essence Extraction. Okay, that was what I was worried about. So he definitely has a. Yeah, at least I had put him on the right card. Like I knew that he had the Essence Extraction. Yeah, so it was definitely a mistake to look. Like I should have just played the Tetsumak Primal Death. And I didn't, so we let him untap when we didn't have to. So yeah, it may cost us the game just because we looked. I mean, I had put him on Essence Extraction anyway. I kind of figured he had the Essence Extraction, so yeah. All right, well, we got our green source finally. Let's Let's cast Tetsumak. No, he scatters it. All right. He didn't have scatter in his hand last turn, so he just top decked the scatter. Like, what was up with that? Okay, so our only answer here is Razakath, our way out. He pulls a Glimmer. Yeah, we definitely 100% made a mistake by not casting the Tetsumak when we could have. Like, just looking was a huge mistake. That's okay. I mean, like, we knew that it was going to happen. We're not completely done here. This Razakath may still do something. It may even stabilize us. I mean, we're not going to be using its ability. Like, that's not happening. So, we can go ahead and hang that up. But he's going to have some cards in his hand here to have some potential answers for Razakath. Like, I'm also tempted to bring back a Champion of Wits. But here, let's go ahead and do this. I mean, we have to just play Razakath and pray. Pray to Razakath. It's so sacrilegious. Alright, Raz. Save me. Save me, Razakath. Save me. Right? Oh man, there's so many tribes. What? He disallowed it, and that was it. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see here. Scatter's not exactly what we want. Ravenous Chupacabra, like, this isn't just, like, this isn't the big deck for that. This is not really the deck for Demon. Tetsumak was cool, but it's not exactly what we're looking for here. Definitely want my Torrential Gearhulks. And if we pull the Scarab, if we pull his Scarab Gods out, that would probably just deal with him, deal with his deck. But I think I just want my Torrential Gearhulks, and I'm going to run it back at him. Like, we only really lost that because we were unable to deal with the few creatures he had. Ooh, double journey. At least we can pitch one of them. Alright, let's keep. Okay, well, we'll play our tap land past the turn. Essence Scatter. I like Essence Scatter against Blue-Black, actually, because Blue-Black doesn't have a lot of threats. So Essence Scatter is actually really, really good. Wow. Champions for days. We just need a land. Come on, land. Oh, there it is. There it is. All right, so let's get our first one countered. See what happens here. Yeah. He don't want me to do that. All right, so hey, the way you beat control is you just run them out of cards. Like, if they have to spend their cards dealing or answering you, then they're not spending their mana drawing cards and things. So, you know, if we can run him out, then I'm good with it. Okay. We're going to hit the third one. We'll stick one of them eventually. Hopefully we'll just get to 7 mana and we'll just start bringing them back. It'd be hard to deal with. If he can't deal with the graveyard and we have... Oh, wow, alright. So... I'm still going to do it. Now he just sighs and says, fine. Fine, Champion of Wits. Now, what's great is he went through a lot of effort to stop this effect, and we're still going to make it happen. Ooh, nice. So we're going to get rid of Journey and that, and then I'm going to play a tap land, and we'll pass the turn. So now we've got a... Oh, he's going to Vraska's Contempt it. That's not nice. Burning Inquiry, so good. Burning Inquiry. Is that like the effect or something? Essence Scatter! Alright. What do you got, opponent? I think next turn we're just strategic planning. Looking for land. Or like Liliana or something like that. Yeah, we're 100% casting strategic planning. Like, we don't need the green this turn because we've got this. I want the land. But I also want that Scarab God. We haven't played a land for the turn. I'm gonna take the land. Yes, I could have looked for a land with the next one here, but ooh, champion, and I like the Kitesail Freebooter just because it can be played this turn. And he's going to go ahead and extract our Fatal Push it, and we'll grab a Disallow. What? Oh yeah, we couldn't get the Disallow because of obvious reasons. Yes. Alright, so we've got our 7 mana. We'll grab that forest just to have an extra green source. And we'll pass the turn. What do we have in the graveyard as far as instant speed? Wow. I've got like no instant speed stuff left, so Torrential Gearhulk might have to be rethought. Remember, this is just a deck that I was working on. I wasn't ready to show you guys a deck, but with the leagues messing up, I don't really have a lot of options. There's an instant speed spell. Sweet. So now let's get the Disallow. Oh, wow. Alright, is this what he's going to disallow? Because I'm going to throw... Do we throw Chupacabra into the graveyard? Sure. And then throw... land. Yeah, we'll do that. Now we've got a lot of threats that we can play. We've got a threat that has to be removed. We'll see what card he uses to remove it, but... yeah, he could Fatal Push it. Okay, so he's actually just going to go into his Torrential Gearhulk. Okay. And then Fatal Push. Perfect. Alright. Well, we're definitely okay with that. Next time we can do some crazy stuff. Like, we can just Liliana back our... Let's see, we've seen his hand. And we knew he had the Torrential Gearhulk. He has yet to play the Disallow, though. He is definitely hanging on to that. Okay. What do I want to play here? If he's got the Disallow. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be 8. So we actually need 9 before we can do Liliana and Vraska's Contempt on the same turn. So I'm actually just going to do this. I'll go ahead and crack it. I'm going to thin my deck even more. I just want to look at more cards. Got to find the right answers here. He's like, I'm looking for my land first. Really? Well, thanks, How Internet. Like, the fact that you based a deck off of something I built, that's awesome, man. Alright, so we played that. Now we need to play Torrential Gearhulk on, what, his turn? Or if he taps out at the end of our turn, we, Vraska's Contempt this Torrential Gearhulk? We've gotta make him tap out. How do we make him tap out? Should have baited with the Journey and then Liliana. Well, you gotta have a creature to put Journey on, man. So, yeah, I don't have the bait for him. So, like, this is the best I can do. He drew 2 cards, though. He drew cards. Yeah, we've got 2 champions in the grave. We're good on that. We've got a bunch of things that we can do. Like, we've got a lot of answers, a lot of lines, guys. Next turn we get to play the Liliana, and we would have been able to keep up the Vraska's Contempt. So we were building for a good way to answer that Gearhulk, and we kind of just found it. So now we're gonna just start, Champion of Wits here. Let's go this way. This way we can keep him guessing with our two lands open. See if he disallows this. He did not. Maybe he'll disallow the trigger? He did not. Okay. Well, what do we get? Well, we can discard the Chupacabra, and I'm okay with discarding the land as we're running low on mainboard lands anyway. Yeah, he's going to scoop it up, and that's going to be game. All right. Wow. Okay. Well, guys, let's look at the league one more time. I know I don't have time to run the whole thing anyway. Yeah, definitely something going on with Magic Online tonight. So, we've got this league queued up. I'm not going to play it. I know a lot of you will want to look at it later, so I will. I'll put a retake out on it about midday tomorrow or something like that if everything's working. So you guys can look it up and see it or whatever. If any of you want to look at my Reanimator deck here, I guess since you just watched a couple games of it, I should talk about my ideas behind some of the cards. The reason I want it, I think it needs more the Scarab God. Like, it needs a couple more copies of the Scarab God. Ravenous Chupacabra replaced the old Black Gearhulk. I really still like the Demon of Dark Schemes. This Nezahal being able to draw cards when our opponents are casting things seems to be pretty good. The Singleton Razakath is great. Like, we've kind of stretched on the high end as much as possible. Ravenous Chupacabra's existence allows us to have that 6 mana slot now filled by a 4 mana card. I think that Hostage Taker might end up becoming like a sideboard card. And I would probably like to have maybe a little bit more removal or something. But one of my ideas here was Journey to Eternity. If you're going to put it on things, you're going to need a way to sack things. So Razakath is really good for that. And then being able to sacrifice, Siren Storm Tamer when you have a Journey to the Eternity on is really good. Journey on a Kitesail Freebooter feels good. A lot of these cards feel really good. And you don't actually have to wait around to have a sack outlet. Most of the time you can find a threat you can put these on, but that was the general idea of the deck. I'm going to play test it a little bit more, and I would expect sometime this week that I'm going to have a version for you guys that I would be confident with publishing and saying this is what I would take to Friday Night Magic. This is probably what I'm going to take to Friday Night Magic, by the way. This or Grixis, because Grixis was not hit by the bans. And if you thought the Grixis mid-range was good before, maybe I need to pull up a league with Grixis, and we'll run through a league and see if it's still good. That being said, that's kind of all I've got for tonight, guys. I will keep working on the Sultai Reanimator. I will put up a video tomorrow if we can get the leagues working. And, that's it. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. We'll talk to you next time here on the Sideboard.